Hi, I'm Tamara and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about the ENTJ and what it's like to be in a relationship. So first off, ENTJs are very dominating, assertive personality type. So in a relationship, for example, a male ENTJ is more than likely going to want to pursue in the relationship because that personality type likes to have some control in relationships. They are leaders, they are very take charge. They're blunt, but they're also very objective. I think the way that you know that a male ENTJ likes you is because he is pursuing you. He is taking steps forward to let you know that he's interested in you. He enjoys that pursuit. Now, an ENTJ female might be very assertive naturally as well, and so she might have no problems with letting a guy know that she's interested, taking the lead in the relationship. And there might be some men who like that because they don't have to guess. They don't have to wonder, hey, does she like me? Does she not? She may be more take charge as well. Like, okay, I'm gonna take some chances here. I'm not gonna just sit back and wait. ENTJs value competency. So with finances, they're usually going to be very, very good at it. They're going to know how to figure it out. They're going to maintain systems. They're going to have 401ks. They're going to know how to manage their money in a way that it works for them in the long run. So generally speaking, ENTJs can be very good at money. So if you're looking for somebody who you feel like, okay, are they in debt? Are they, just blowing money any kind of way? More than likely an ENTJ, no. They're gonna be in very much control of their money. In fact, they have the capacities to be one of the best when it comes to business ventures or making their money work for them or investing it or understanding it. They can be the best of the best at that. If an ENTJ decides that they want to be in a committed relationship with you, then you can take their word on it because they're going to take that very seriously. Even though they may be objective about it, they're still going to take their role in that relationship very, very seriously and what it means to make you happy. In fact, I think in a relationship, it's an arena in which they can relax a little bit and really enjoy your company, especially if you really click with them or you guys get each other's sense of humor or you get each other's jokes or you can laugh together. It's an arena in which they can display their softer side because they can be more sensitive when it comes to a relationship. If they really love you and really care about you, they are going to put your feelings first and really care about how you think and how you feel because they want to be successful. They definitely don't want to get into a relationship where they're just gonna fail. If they have been heavily pursued by someone and that they just don't really value that person, that could come out eventually because it's not honest, it's not truth. So I think it's important to know that they really truly are interested in you. They are very enthusiastic people and they can be argumentative, so they might bring that to a relationship depending, but they might want a very spirited discussion. And even though they may come across very assertive and very aggressive, they might appreciate someone who's willing to challenge them on their ideas because that's how they grow, that's how they think. You might actually impress them by doing that, by saying, you know what, I think your ideas are, just kidding. Even though this is a very dominant, strong personality type, don't be fooled. Don't make the mistake of thinking that means that you can say anything insulting to this person and that they can take it. Even if they say, be honest with me, tell me the truth. In a relationship, we're all way more sensitive. So you want to still use some tact when it comes to personal things. Like, you might not want to tell them that you hate the way that they dress and that their clothes are ugly, but a spirited debate or argument can actually help you to deepen your relationship with each other. So that's not a bad thing. I would say most ENTJs are good verbally. They can express themselves very well, very effortlessly, their thoughts, their feelings. Sometimes their enthusiasm may be very straightforward or come across as a little bit harsh, and they're not meaning that. And so they can be baffled when people interpret it that way when they're really just trying to make a point. So what about conflict? Do they like a whole lot of conflict? Probably if it's on really personal matters, like touchy points. Everybody has strengths and everybody has weaknesses, and if you are beating them down over something that's a weakness or something that they can't help, they're not gonna appreciate that very much. That can do damage to the relationship. However, I think they are open to conflict because of the lessons that you can get from it. Having a discussion about those things can bring you to some new understanding. So why not? You know, why wouldn't you be upfront with them on those types of issues? They are totally cool with that. They can take on more than some types could. But just remember that in a relationship, you can have that person's heart. And so you still want to have some consideration for it, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a doormat either, because they're very dominating and just let them walk all over you. They might not love that either. But there are parts of the relationship that they might want to take charge of, especially because ENTJs can be very natural leaders, so they can have foresight and insight into how can we have a stable, healthy, happy life. I got the answer. Let me help you with that. So be open to that, because you can probably learn a lot from them. Can this type be romantic? I think so. I think some of them might struggle with it a little bit more than others. Even if they don't like that sappiness, they can find it somewhere within themselves to do it, because it's part of making the relationship good and happy and exciting. And then they're very proud of themselves, and they can really enjoy making you feel good in the relationship. Let's say you're somewhere and you're just meeting an ENTJ for the first time. They could come across arrogant or cocky, very proud. They might show off a little bit with a verbal exchange. They might spur on an argument just for fun, just to make some points or to get a reaction. But push past that, because there's a lot of depth to an ENTJ. If you like being intellectually stimulated in a relationship, or you need that, then this is your person. I think before an ENTJ decides to marry somebody, they're going to ask lots of questions to themselves, like, what is the purpose? What is the next step? What is this? What is the meaning of this? How does this change what we're doing? They're not going to just be total fly by night. I think they have no problems leading and laying down a foundation that you can follow, whereas some other types might be all over the place and you don't know, okay, where are we at this point? They can kind of lead and guide the relationship and keep it moving and be great at that. Now, let's say that an ENTJ has decided that they want the relationship to be over, or they're in a relationship with somebody and they decide they're going to break up. What is that like? If they feel that they've done their best, that they have tried really hard to make it a good relationship, and there are just issues that seem unworkable, or like this, we're wasting each other's time, then they're going to be objective about it and they're going to move on. It doesn't mean that they don't feel extremely sad, especially if they really, really like the person, then it's going to hurt them. Usually when people break up with each other, they're mad. They're not happy with each other anymore. And so they kind of know how to get a reaction out of people sometimes. They know how to push people's buttons. They might want to leave feeling one up And so they may give you the impression that, well, you know what, I never loved you, I never cared about you, when you know that they probably did. They may just want to sort of leave with their pride intact. When they're leaving the relationship, yes, they may seem cold, uncaring, because they are taking a stance and they are making an objective move. It's like they've sort of put their feelings and their heart out of the way, and they're leading with the thinking, you know, what is the best way to deal with this. They are going to take the lead in a relationship because it's a natural gift for them. I think this personality needs someone who is strong. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be extroverted or mouthy or rude or disrespectful, but I think you do have to have a good backbone or good understanding, or just kind of get them so that your feelings won't get hurt unwittingly, because they probably don't mean to, because they can be kind of dominating, but then at the same time they can be very sensitive and very kind and very nice to someone that they're in a relationship with. Whereas maybe in the workplace they might be harsh, they might be cold, they might be driven, but they do reserve a soft place for a person that they're in love with. So that's a good thing. But at the same time, if you feel like you will crumble easily, this might not be the best relationship for you. But if you really like someone who can take charge and has no problem doing so, and that is attracted to you, then this is a personality type that you will like. They can be very curious and very exciting and fun. I think when it comes to like meeting your family, they're not going to be too shy. They're going to jump in there. They're going to make themselves at home. Yeah, so hope this helps you if you are interested in being in a relationship with an ENTJ. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so you can check out my other videos. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.